Here we are at Indian Bread Rocks, just a short distance from Bowie, Arizona. This is a light picnic area here, very nice. And this huge rock, if you're strong enough and good balance, you can walk right up the face of it to the very top where the boulders are, and all over the top of it. This area is known for its strange rock formations just scattered about the cliffs here in this one little area of the hills. There's quite a bit of camping here, dry camping, and if you're lucky you'll get one of the good spots. There's my rig, there's my friend's rig. This one area has all these funny shaped rocks just all over, like they were just dumped. And there's some large longhorn cattle out here roaming the open range too. We have these huge patches of cactus in areas growing all over. They seem to be in just certain areas. They're not really scattered freely that much. Yeah, I expect a cowboy to come riding up here at the stagecoach anytime. It's that kind of a setting. Yeah, these rock formations here at Indian Bread Rocks is just a very small piece of this range that has these rocks in them. Everything else is just barren. The best way through all these nasty thickets is to just follow the cattle trail. Their huge bodies have really plowed through and broken off the branches and made a nice wide path to walk through without getting nailed by these horrible thorns. The road there goes farther up around the corner to a larger flat level area for campers. Then it goes into a resident rancher with a gate across it. So yeah, these are fantastic rocks. You can climb all over them. It's just amazing. Beside finding waterfalls in behind the rocks and pools and streams, you can also find rock caves, depending on how the rocks have fallen and settled against each other. Of course, it's best to be careful if you enter them, because you don't know what kind of critters are living in there. Well, it's time to head back down to the rigs, get them cleaned up and ready to go, and check on the girls and head on out to the next location. Well, the girls and I are ready to go explore the Bowie Historical Fort, about 20-minute drive from here, and spend an hour or two up there exploring it. Hopefully the museum there will be open this time. It was closed during the plague, but hopefully it'll be open. If not, we can just sit in the rocking chairs, if they're still there, on the porch and overlook the vast fort structures that are still there, however entombed to protect their historic value. So, just sitting here listening to all the different birds, all the different cactus out there, all kinds of shapes and sizes. But you want to stay out of these brown thickets, man. They've got like 1 2-inch long needles. And those things, man, I tell you, they could, they could be a surgeon's knife. They're that sharp. So, I'm going to pack up the girls, and we're going to head on up and explore the Bowie Fort. Caution: the following video clip is not recommended for children under the age of 25, those with vertigo, those with low pain thresholds, or those that just don't like to see ouchies. You have been warned. We're at the Fort Bowie trailhead. This, whoa, Jesus. Yeah, we're coming. Should have told me you were going to do it. Put it on video. Okay. Get a photo of you? Okay. Okay, Pike has hit the trail, literally. He's on the way to the graveyard. Now we got to get him unstuck. This is the trail to Fort Bowie from the trailhead parking lot. Well, we are on this dirt trail down from the trailhead up here where you park, and we're hiking to the end of the trail at this part, which is the cemetery. Well, you'll have a story to tell your friends.
Yeah. I remember falling and just kind of going, don't fall into a cactus or something.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I'll have to send you that clip of you there, right in the middle of all of them.
yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah.
So what does Pike do? He's laying in a bunch of thorns. Take a photo!
Yeah, quick.
Before I bleed out.
I said, here. Oh, here's Pike. He really hits the trail hard.
That came out pretty good.
Looking behind, we can see the parking lot and the trailhead where my white RV is. And we'll just turn around here. We're in a large kind of valley. And if you can look far up there, you'll see gates and the location of the military cemetery. That's where we're going. Here's the history of the grave site here. You can stop, pause, and read. But this is really something else. And here's the graveyard with what tombstones are left from the 1800s. Let's go see if we can find the one for Geronimo's first son. Just pause and think of the lives these people led in this territory in the 1800s. What they thought was modern conveniences and what they had to deal with medical-wise, health-wise, what we have today. Looking back in our past, we have nothing at all to complain about compared to what those before us went through. They have a mixture of soldiers, civilians, and Indians buried here in the graveyard. You can see they have Apache children here that were buried. And they have one special child here called Little Robe, first son of Geronimo, the Apache chief. Died September 10th, 1885 at the age of 2 years. A lot of history in the Old West, worth learning. Here we are in the grounds of old Fort Bowie. You can see what's left of the structures encased for protection. You got the flag on what was the grounds where they all marched and had their processions. And all that's left now is pretty much the fundamental structures, the base. And this is where the trail from the graveyard comes up the valley below us, right up through here. They have a very nice museum here that tells more about the history and the people that lived here, the Indian Wars, the soldiers. Very intuitive. Well, thanks for coming along on this adventure. I'm sorry about the loud wind noise. I am working on getting a better setup to use all the time. So rain or shine, wind or calm, the sound will be much better. Anyway, as the girls and I always say, we wish you happy trails and woof woof.